wasting my time with too many reflections. Yeah. And since you've been gone, I've been trying to fix me. And I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm getting there. Lately.
All right. Hey, welcome to the Eagle Nation Fan Cave. I am your host, OGP, and it's been a while. I know it's been a while. And I'm just glad to be back with you. And I want to say this to you. I want to say that, I'm OGP, and I'm the one that loves being an Eagle fan, has been an Eagle fan for a long time. So, when you get come to this channel, you're going to get the view of somebody that's been around for a long time. That's why it's OGP. I'm old school. I've been with this team before most of the people that channel it have even been around. So I know a lot about the team. I know a lot about what's going on relative to from a fan perspective. Maybe not up and close and personal because I'm not in the area like I used to be anymore, but I'm still connected, just like a lot of you. But I'm just want to talk about, even though I haven't been around for a while, I haven't been on the station in a while. I want to talk about where we are as a team and what's going on. Last night we played our Monday Night Football, and we played the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, and we defeated them 21-17 in Kansas City. The first time that Andy Reid has been defeated by our team since he's left us many years ago. Seems like anyway. He was a favorite of mine and still is. I'm still a fan of Andy Reid, and I think I always will be. But at the same token, I'm a fan of the green and silver and black, and more than anything else. So I'm glad to be here with you one more time. And I want to talk about last night's game. I want to talk about a few things actually, but first let's talk about the tales of two halves. Last night when we played the Kansas City Chiefs, without a shadow of a doubt, there were two halves. So our first half was very poor on both sides of the ball. But what I found out about this team is that it's resilient. It doesn't quit. It doesn't give up. There's going to be some time during the game that this team will have an opportunity to change the course of the game, and in most cases they have. And I'm proud of this team because of their resilience. And a lot of the prognosticators talk about you can't continue to win games the way that the Eagles have been winning games, that you have to blow teams out. That's so far from the truth, because it just doesn't make sense that you have to blow a team out. Look at what Kansas City has been doing. Look at what Dallas has been doing. They've blowing out teams, but yet the teams that are equal or superior, they're losing to. So some people say that we play up to our talent, to our opponent. Well, if we play up to our opponent, we're still beating them because we're 9-1. So then our opponents are not playing up to us. We're playing above them, and we're playing above them to win, and we're winning. So the bottom line is this whole idea that we can't continue. And what gets me is some of these people that are saying these things are national media, supposedly for Philadelphia, and some of the oddest things come out of some of the Philadelphia media. And I have an idea why that is after decades of watching Philadelphia media. But the bottom line is this, if you say that you got to blow people out, well, let me ask you this. What happened with the Phillies? The Phillies were blowing people out, hitting home runs, but when they needed to do what needed to be done to win, what happened? They couldn't come to the stage and do what was necessary. All the home runs dried up, and as a result, we weren't able to go to the World Series. So it's not a matter of blowing people out. It's not a matter of hitting home runs. It's a matter of winning, and that's what we're doing, winning. I don't care how we win, because the bottom line is when they look back at our record, they're not going to look at how we won. They're going to look at what we won or how many we won. And so we're winning, and we're 9-1. If you don't like the way we're winning, Go somewhere else. The bottom line is we win. Jalen Hurts says it all the time. The key is winning. The key is winning. That's the only thing that matters, not style points. Style points mean nothing because you can score 40 points today and then lose tomorrow. It happens to a lot of the teams all the time in the NFL. So, but when we look at the tale of two halves, what we looked at is basically poor execution in the first half on both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball, it was poor execution on defense, poor execution on offense. And I think it's important for us to realize that the odds that the Philadelphia Eagles were going against, it was just so much that they overcame. Let's take a look at that. So, okay, yes, we didn't we may not have had the greatest style points, but look at what we did. First of all, we went into KC. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is undefeated as a starter with the Kansas City Chiefs. Never been beaten in November and December. We beat him. We're the first ones to beat him in Kansas City. That's the first thing. Second thing, Andy Reid has not lost to us coming off a bye. He normally has great preparation after a bye. We beat him after the bye. So what else? We were playing on Monday Night Football. We were live on stage. It's the only thing that's more pronounced than Monday Night Football is the Super Bowl. And so we perform on a national stage, global stage. If you ask me, it's second to the Super Bowl on Monday night. The next thing is we played in the rain. It rained the whole time. It rained the whole game, and we still won the game. And then lastly, I would say that preparation was not the best that it could have been. But yet, even with all that, our team fought. They showed tenacity. They showed intestinal fortitude. They showed still will. They did not give up. That's the kind of team I want. I don't care about teams that blow teams out. I want teams that show character. I want teams that show that ability to take a punch, get knocked down, and get up and continue to fight. That's what our Eagle team did. So this whole idea of style points or winning with style is ridiculous, totally ridiculous. But that's what the media wants. They want, listen, Eagle fans, you need to understand this. The national media wants to push our buttons. We've got to stop letting them push our buttons. What they try to do is to get us emotionally charged when they say negative things about us. We know who we are. We don't have to respond to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that says something negative about the Philadelphia Eagles, because that's what puts them on a national stage. So what we're doing is putting them on a national stage. That's why they do it. That's why they do it. The only person that I would put on a national stage is Sal Paolantonio. Other than that, I don't want to see or hear anybody else. None of them. I don't care whoever they are. Sal Pal is the only one that stays with the Eagles come hell or high water. And you never hear him talk about negative things about any aspect of the Eagles team. Never. But when I hear some of these prognosticators and some of these people talking about the Eagles and this and not, they're 9-1. How can you talk negatively about anything when your team is 9-1? How? How do you do that? You have a hidden agenda? What is going on with you when your team is 9-1? Oh, you have to criticize them. Why? The national media does enough of that. What you should be doing as a fan is to lift up this team and appreciate what is happening now with our team, because it's not something that happens very often. The national media is not going to do it. And even in the Philadelphia media wants to try to pull down our team. But for some reason, they uplift the Phillies, but pull down the Philadelphia Eagles. What's up with that? What's up with that? The Phillies choked. They did. I'm a Philly fan. I am a Philly fan, but they choked. And Philly fans we're supposed to be honest to the truth. They choked, right? And we choked in the Super Bowl last year. So what we've got to do now is Phillies, Eagles, we've got to come to the table and bring the right kind of stuff. Now, what I want to say is this, and before I close, Nick Sirianni is useless. He's useless. I don't care what anyone says. Nick Sirianni doesn't do this. Is Howie Roseman's team. Nick Sirianni is nothing more than a cheerleader. He's not. What does he do? He doesn't call plays. He doesn't. He doesn't call plays on the defensive side. He doesn't call plays on the offensive side. He doesn't call plays. So what does he do? He cheerleads. What we need to do is to understand who are the individuals that are really the ones behind, and that's our offensive coordinator, our defensive coordinator, our special teams. Those are the ones that are on the front line. Those are the ones on the front line. When we talk about our offensive and defensive, we're talking about Johnson, we're talking about Desai, and we're talking about Clay. These are the ones that are on the top, on the front line. These are the ones that are out there fighting. Okay, everything doesn't go peaches and cream. Who does? These are young coaches, young coordinators. They're not going to do everything perfect. But here's the thing. We're 9-1 because they've shown the ability. They've shown the ability to make the necessary changes for us to come back and do better than what we did at first. They make those in-game changes. In the middle of the game, they make an effective change. So what are we complaining about? We're looking for something because we have hidden agendas. But the bottom line is we're 9-1. When was the last time we were 9-1? Last year. 9-1. And what happened? We went to the Super Bowl. So now we've got to continue to promote our team, lift up our team, not criticize our team. Fans we don't criticize. They're not deserving of criticism. We're 9-1. How do you criticize 9-1? How? The national media tries to put every team ahead of us. Every year, every time we go, first it was the gauntlet. Then we beat Dallas. Okay? Then we beat the Kansas City. So now the gauntlet is now Buffalo. Right? Seattle, Dallas, and the 49ers, all these are teams. Now that's the gauntlet. Whereas so the goalposts continue to be moved against the Philadelphia Eagles. We know what we got to do. One game at a time. One game at a time. As we continue to do that, we'll continue to shut up the naysayers. Right? And those same naysayers who didn't want Jalen Hurts. If you look back on my page, you'll see I called for Jalen Hurts even before he was drafted. When he was drafted, I said that was the right pick. But yet we got some folks that for years were not on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon. But now they are. All of a sudden, he's all this and all that. But I knew he was a winner. You look back at his history, you can tell he was a winner. That's right. He's a winner. He's a winner. And he's continuing to show forth. And so I'm not a fair weather fan. I know what we had. We have the best, I believe, the MVP. I believe he was the MVP last year. And I believe he's the MVP this year. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing when he's injured and he's still performing at a top level. I'm really proud of our team. I'm proud of what we're doing on both sides of the ball and special teams. Covey is doing some great things now with special teams, and I doubted him. I really did. Our punting game is coming along. Everything is starting to come bit by bit. Our defensive backs are coming along. Watch what's going to happen in the next several weeks. Our defensive backs are going to get better. Our defensive back play is going to get better. Watch, it's coming. Look what happened last night. We shut them out in the second half. We shut down them in the second half. And that was Pat Mahomes. We shut him down. And listen, I'm going to say it. I'm tired of the Kelce's. I'm tired of it. It's just, is it football or is it the Kelce's or is it Taylor Swift? You help me out. I don't understand. What's the problem? It's about football. It's about football. It's not about the Kelce's. When in the history of pro football has a center and a tight end got so much attention? I've never seen it. I've never seen it. It's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. It's about this team. It's about the coaching. It's about the playing and the performance of this team. It's not about Taylor Swift, who wasn't even there. She's on the other side of the world, and they're still trying to bring and make her a factor. Oh, Travis Kelce didn't play because she wasn't there. Are you kidding me? Travis Kelce is a pro, a future Hall of Famer. And you think that Taylor Swift had something to do with him not performing? He dropped balls. He dropped balls last night. Too many commercials. That's all you see on television is the Kelces. Travis Kelce on commercials. Too much media, not enough practice. That's the problem. Too much media, not enough practice. And so, okay. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are a great team, but they better watch out for the Baltimore Ravens. They better watch out for the Baltimore Ravens because they're nothing to play with if they can put two halves together. Because what they did with Cleveland a few weeks ago in the first half, that looked like a Super Bowl team. All they need to do is and they lost that game, but they need to put two halves together. They put two halves together. They're going to be a tough team. They're going to be a tough out in the AFC. So anyway, I appreciate you coming and sharing with me. I wish that you would subscribe to the channel and just hit us up as we continue to go forward. We're going to try to be more. We're going to be more consistent in coming to you from this point on. We got just about 7 games left. So if we got 7 games or in the playoffs after this, so we'll try to make a more consistent recordings and making sure that we're hitting you up. But you can come here and you're going to hear the truth. You may not like it. It may be tight, but it's going to be right. I'm not going to be one of those flaky fans. This is the fan cave. This is the Eagles Nation fan cave. And if you have the Eagles Nation, you want to hear it this kind of way. You want to hear it this kind of way. So if you want to hear it this kind of way, I need you to subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like, share with other people this channel, and let them know that the Eagle Nation fan cave is up and running one more time. So until the next time, I want to just say to you, come on back. And the next time we get together, I'd love to see you one more again. I'm out.